6 months before Ramadan, they will be asking Allah an yuballighum Ramadan, that Allah make them witness the month of Ramadan. So when the month of Ramadan comes, alhamdulillah, people read the Quran. But after the month of Ramadan, it's like, next Ramadan again. But the Shaykh Hafidhahullah, he say, وَتَأَمَّلْ فِي قَوْلِهِ تَعَالَى, contemplate, ponder upon. He say, look in detail in the statement of Allah, أَحَبَّ. The word أَحَبَّ, بِمَعْنَى, more beloved to you. More beloved to you. He say, فَالنِّزَاعِ, here the issue, the discussion here, it is in regard to what is being given preference in love, not in regard to what is being loved. Right? The issue here, it is not about it is loved, but rather the preference that was given in the love that it was given to. Meaning that you are loving your wealth, you are loving your father, and he mentioned the fathers first before the children. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only mentioned, right, that which is what is suitable to be mentioned. So therefore he mentioned the fathers first, and then mentioned the children, the sons, because we are from our fathers. We are not from our children. We are from our fathers. Right? So the asl of the human being is his father. So he mentioned, قُلْ إِنْ كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ وَأَبْنَاؤُكُمْ, and your sons, وَإِخْوَانُكُمْ, and these are things that barakallahu fikum to be loved. Loving one's father, even if the father is a kafir. This is the love that is what? Natural love, tabi'i. لِأَنَّ الْمَحَبَّةَ كَمْ أَنْوَاعٍ. How many types of love do we have? 4. Name it. Number 1. Love in Allah, the love of worship, na'am. The love of worship, it is in the love of worship. Huh? The shirk, the love of that which is shirk, na'am. And the love that is haram, ahsanta, the sinful love. And last but not least, the love that is tabi'i. The love that is tabi'i, meaning the natural love. Just like you have a cat, for instance. You love that cat. It's a natural love. Or you have a person, let's say, have a wife. It's a natural, alhamdulillah, that we were built like that to love our wives. Right? Ain't nobody gonna marry, I'm getting married tonight. You don't need to ask, do you love do you love her? Is it? A brother is marrying his wife tonight. Right? So this is natural that he alhamdulillah, love his wife. This is natural, barakallah. This is tabi'i. Right? You won't be held accountable for that except in 2 situations. The love that is the natural love, you will be held accountable, could made you held accountable yawm al-qiyamati, only based on 2 situations. If it is preventing you from the ta'ah of Allah, or if it is leading you to ma'siyah. Now that natural love will be blameworthy. Because it is preventing you from what? From worshipping Allah. So if loving your father will prevent you from, if loving your wife so much so that you will not come to the masjid, that love will be now haram. Even though it's a natural love, but now it will be haram. So the word ahabba, right? Ahabba. Inshallah ta'ala, we stop here. Until next week, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we will start from this point. Because here this word, barakallahu fikum, is very important. How the Shaykh Hafidhahullah is dissecting it for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate him. And also for all the scholars of the sunnah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise the rank of our Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and give him safety. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If any mistake that I have done, please rectify. May Allah rectify. Jalil, ayyi khata. That's our brother and our ustaz. He's been humble to sit on the back up there. May Allah increase him and elevate him. Jazakallah. We don't have no business to be talking in front of him like this. هذا ليس بموقفنا إذا كان أي تصحيح. أستاذ جليل. ها Any mistake, correct your younger brother in knowledge and in action. Ahsan Allah ilayk. Wa subhanak Allahumma rabb. Na'am.
2 questions if we have time.
Sure. In regard to this.
When you were saying doing upon yourself the good.
Right, and forbidding the evil.
No, can you clarify for the person who says that I believe this and this is good compared to what's actually good?
Very good. When a person say, I believe, number one, belief has to be something that is based on a text. Belief, right? The belief in Islam is to be based in a text. The belief is to be based in a text. The belief cannot be based on perception. It cannot be based on barakallahu fikum, I think. Or the belief cannot be based on what everybody else say or do. But rather the belief has to be barakallahu fikum upon what? Upon the text. And this is why everything that we believe has to have a dalil from the Quran and the Sunnah ala fahmi salaf al-ummah. We cannot believe things and make it a belief in the religion except it is based on what? Adillah. Except it is based on adillah. And the perfect example, barakallahu fikum, of that is the statement of Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, when he was mentioning about that there are 4 matters. اعلم رحمك الله أنه يجب علينا تعلم 4 مسائل. That there is 4 matters that is a must for us to learn. The first one was al-ilm. And guess what? The dalil that he gave doesn't have no ilm in it. Sarahatan. Meaning textually, you will not look at the proof and see ilm in it. Word to word. Because the verse was what? إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. This was the dalil of ilm. He said that you will not have iman except by way of knowledge. Meaning what you believe has to be based on knowledge. So a person is not to be barakallahu fikum, not like the Sufi. They will say, حَدَّثَنِي قَلْبِي عَنْ رَبِّي. That my heart has inspired me from Allah. This is what the Sufis say. That my heart has inspired me from Allah. Akhi, ma haddathaka illa shaitan. Ain't nobody that convey to you but the shaitan from the shaitan. Min shaitan ila shaitan. Ain't nobody conveyed none to you but the shaitan played you. And that's why, barakallahu fikum, you'll find them start saying Allah. Right? By the end of it, they start barking. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sallam. How do they do it? Huh? How do they bark? Go ask the Tijani.
Yeah, what beloved. More beloved. Yeah.